to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
36-yard line. A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try and sneak it here. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
He's brought down at the 31.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's complete to Troutman right side. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Hill now to throw.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Seahawks.
Clock now on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 30, past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On play action, Lock steps away.
Returning right back to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Lockett, the man in motion. Lock taking the snap at 1. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Walker once more. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A 21-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this one, Charles, it's only the third quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a one-score lead you don't even count, but a two-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now, they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A shotgun snap for Hill. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46.
From the gun, here's Hill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing again is Hill. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Kamara up the middle. Running right, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Now it's Locke. Forced out to his left. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing on first down is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Block off of play action. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Beckham goes in motion left. Here's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Here's Hill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's good for the Saints.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
At the 17-yard line.
Hill now operating from the red zone. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
To throw it is Locke.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hill.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Short kick. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On first down, Hill. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half. Lock to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In motion left is Beckham.
Now Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pitch is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw is Locke. That is taken in by the tight end fan. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Seahawks, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop below 500 to...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career.